How long have you been in the Buffalo Soldiers?
I've been an active member for 7 months. I prospected prior to that for the first 5 months.
So going on a year now soon.
Yes.
Okay. What made you decide to join just a motorcycle club in general, not just the Buffalo Soldiers, but just to be part of a motorcycle club?
Well, I like to ride, and it's more enjoyable to ride in a group than solo. Plus, you have the camaraderie that goes along with that. So I've ridden with different individuals, but the concept of actually belonging to a club that's going to ride more actively really appealed to me.
And then, so you wanted that camaraderie. Why the Buffalo Soldiers and not another motorcycle club? Because I know the Buffalo Soldiers aren't the only motorcycle club you had the opportunity to join.
Absolutely. I looked at a couple others. I was approached by a couple other motorcycle clubs. What appealed to me most about the Buffalo Soldiers is that we are not a typical motorcycle club. A lot of motorcycle clubs are the 1% clubs or the outlaw clubs. We're not that. We're a community-based motorcycle club that separates us from everyone else. We have real strong community ties.
And by community ties, so I know this is the Mile High chapter. Is it Denver and the suburbs, or Colorado? Because I know there's another chapter in Colorado Springs. Do you guys work with those chapters or other Buffalo Soldiers chapters, or is it mainly the community that's closest to where your main location is?
Well, the Buffalo Soldiers is a national club. There are chapters all around from coast to coast. Here in Colorado we have 2 chapters. We have the Mile High chapters, and then we have the Colorado Springs chapter. We work hand in hand with that chapter. They're considered the mother chapter in that they were founded prior to us. So then the Denver chapter, the Mile High chapter came after. As far as for the Mile High chapter, we kind of encompass just the Denver metro area, so that commuting area that you can come and be in Denver, the Denver metro area that people look at. In the Colorado Springs chapter, they take everyone to the south. That's not to say that later on down the road there may be another chapter that may come aboard that may handle more to the north, like the Fort Collins area. As those areas continue to grow, so does our membership, and so does the club.
Has the Buffalo Soldiers made an impact on your life, whether it be negative or positive?
It has, in a sense that it continues my ability to do community service. Being prior military and just the way that I live my life, I do a lot of community service type events in between the church and the club. The fact that it had such a strong tie to the community, offering scholarships, we do canned food drives, we visit elderly home care facilities, things like that, appealed to me, and it's allowed me to continue that and actually do more than I was prior to being a member in the club.
Have they changed your views on motorcycle clubs? If so, how?
No, they haven't, because I still know what most motorcycle clubs are about and what other motorcycle clubs are about. Those that have the reputation of being outlaw groups or being violent groups or just kind of rebel rousers, to use a term, continue to be that way, and they will always be that way. Overall, I think motorcycle riders have this stigma about them of being kind of rough or outlaw kind of guys, but that's changing overall because more and more people are getting out and riding motorcycles. So you're going to see that image continue to change because now you have a lot of suburbanites riding motorcycles, a lot of businessmen and women riding motorcycles, a lot of professionals who like to just ride.
So are views changing around the people who ride motorcycles instead of around motorcycle clubs then?
Yes, I would agree with that. The perception of motorcycle riders are changing more and more. Unfortunately, it's not at the same pace. It's not changing at the same pace for motorcycle clubs, because those that get the attention are those that get in trouble. It's not newsworthy to do something positive typically. But if you go out and get in trouble and you're wearing colors that associate you with a motorcycle club, that's newsworthy. That gets all the attention.
So you've talked about the camaraderie and the different community service that the Buffalo Soldiers have done. What would you say, just based on your own personal beliefs, that the number one ideal of the Buffalo Soldiers, what would you say that the club promotes is?
Well, our number one mission is to educate the general public on the rich history of the 9th and 10th Buffalo Soldiers, which is the 9th and 10th Cavalry, and their history that they portrayed in American military history and just American history itself. A lot of people don't know the impact that the Buffalo Soldiers, the military part of the Buffalo Soldiers, had in the development of this country. So that's our number one mission, is to educate the public about that history. The actual community impact that I think we have the most on would be the community service, where we get out and we deliver food items. Or it's amazing what an impact going to these assisted living and these elderly homes have when we show up on our motorcycles and you've got 16 or 15 or 12 Harley Davidson motorcycles with loud pipes showing up. They get a kick out of seeing those motorcycles, but also having positive people talking to them and respecting them and what they've given to this country or to this world in their years that they've been in existence.
So the community service aspect is the push that the club uses to get the information out about what actually started the Buffalo Soldiers, with the military aspect of it.
Yes. We use that as the venue to educate everyone. Also, I failed to mention that one of the things that we do is we're flag bearers at the Veterans Cemetery, at Fort Logan Cemetery, with another motorcycle club, where they're offering ceremonial services to fallen soldiers who never got the opportunity for financial reasons or whatever bureaucratic red tape that may have gone on with them. They didn't get that military burial with honors. Once a month we go, this is the first Saturday of each month, we go out and stand for these individuals and we carry the flags for them.
So it goes beyond the community, actually going back to the roots of the Buffalo Soldiers. Like, the history of the Buffalo Soldiers never leaves each member of the Buffalo Soldiers today.
No, we try to carry that on. Each member, we wear those colors and that insignia with pride, that we carry on that same attitude and sense of service that the Buffalo Soldiers of the past carried on.
That is all the questions that I have, and thank you for your time and the information that you have given to me today.
You're welcome.